Okay, so this is like part two of a video that I'm doing on this stupid coffee table I'm making. So the first one I was talking about how I thought the white pads scratched up the epoxy. I don't know that that was the case. I think I had too much material. But, okay, so this is now the finish that I have, and I think it's pretty darn good. What do I know? All right, so this is a cell phone camera I'm using, but it's pretty consistent. I'll tell you what the answer is. Okay, so you can use the white pad without any issue on wood. So if you're doing a strictly wood table, the Osmo Polx, which is this stuff, you can apply it with one of these white buffing pads wherever it may be, without a problem. Okay. However, I tried applying it by hand to the black epoxy, and it left streaks. I mean, so many streaks that I thought it was scratches in the epoxy. So I actually sanded that back with 600 grit sandpaper, gently. And I did a second coat. And the second coat I applied by hand. And I was so careful. And it also came out streaky. Then I sanded that gently back. The third coat I started with low speed on this Rotex 125 by Festool, and it was leaving a lot of marks on the top here as I was doing it. A lot of swirls. I tried it in Rotex mode and non-Rotex mode. I'll tell you what the answer is. The answer is absolutely the equipment you have, okay? I think if you're doing any number of epoxy tables or doing epoxy at all, you really have to invest in some sort of polisher. It makes all the difference in the world, okay? I mean, this finish is actually very good for somebody doing it in their basement, I think, especially on the epoxy. What did I use? I used the Rupes. This is like an auto polisher. What is this thing? This is a Rupes duetto, and it's got a really big throw. Let's see. Well, it's not plugged in. By that I mean it really spins as well as oscillates, and I think that 12 is it's a 12 millimeter throw compared to like the festool, which is 3 or 5 millimeters at the most, because this is really just a sander. It made an enormous difference. Okay, am I going to leave it like this? Am I going to do another coat? I'm not sure. I have to really see it after it totally cures. However, it's 1,000% better, and way better than I could get by hand doing it multiple times, different attempts with different sanders. So that's all. If you're going to be doing any number of epoxy tables, I'm not saying you have to invest in that. That's for cars, but I would suggest getting yourself a buffer, like all these guys who do this for a living have. All right, nobody who's doing this professionally is applying it by hand, because honestly, I'm not sure what kind of finish you're going to get. All right, that's it. It's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but it came out really good, or good enough for me, good enough for this neighborhood, as they say, with that Rupes polisher. Take care.